it's Anna, and this is a new moon in Libra pick a card reading. And when I think of Libra, I think of the scales. I think of what might need to be balanced right now. That's what I'm thinking about for myself. So I thought other people might be thinking about that too. So let's see if we can get some information from the original Rider-Waite Tarot, this Oracle of Mystical Moments, and of course the Angel Guidance cards. And we're going to do charms as well for each pile. So as I make the piles, you can just kind of relax and think about which one you might want. I am going to put these stones on each pile. I'm very sorry, I don't actually remember what each of them is called. I know they're jaspers, most likely. I don't know if all of them are jaspers, but alright, so I'm going to make the piles. I'm going to do 3 tarot cards, 2 angel cards, and 1 Oracle of Mystical Moments card for each pile. Alright, what does group 1 need to know to be balanced right now for this new moon in Libra? What does group 2 need to know to be balanced right now for this new moon in Libra? I do cut these cards off camera too, and I can kind of just see the shuffling. What does group 3 need to know right now to be balanced or to work on balancing for this new moon? And these energies really should apply for the next couple weeks as the moon waxes. Alright, so let's get a couple angel advice cards for each pile. Okay, what's the angel guidance for group 1 for this new moon in Libra? Okay, what's the angel guidance for group 2 for balancing the time of this new moon in Libra? Okay, and what is the angel guidance for group 3? For balancing right now for this new moon in Libra. Okay, and then let's get 1 Oracle of Mystical Moments card for each group. And this might be my favorite. It's hard to pick a favorite deck, but this might be my favorite in terms of shuffling. Sorry, this is what happened last night when I was trying to make this video. I tried to make it last night and my camera fell over. It just wasn't in the cards. So here, let's see if we can maybe help that not to happen. Things are a little weird right now around this new moon. Things that needed balancing are kind of coming up to be dealt with, at least for me. Don't know about you guys. Sorry about this. I took it as a sign last night to stop recording because I felt a little drained anyway. But let me see if I can put something on it and get it to stay there. Hopefully. Okay. So, I think I was saying this Oracle of Mystical Moments deck is my favorite to shuffle at the very least. But it is a beautiful deck. Ooh, this one, I was going to cut it, but I think this one wants to be Group 1's Mystical Moments card, so I'm going to give them that one, because I was only going to shuffle once anyway. Alright. What mystical moment will help Group 2 to be balanced for this new moon cycle? Okay. And what mystical moment is for Group 3 right now for this new moon in Libra? Okay. So take a moment, and if you haven't already, usually I have decided long before they say take a moment in these pick a card videos. So if you haven't already decided, pick a pile. We've got Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and we'll do charms for each one as well. See what you need to know to be balanced in this time of a Libra new moon. Okay, so we're going to start with Group 1, and I'm going to move Group 2 and Group 3 aside here. Okay, so Group 1 with this pretty grounded stone. Let's see what cards you have first. So for your tarot cards, we have the Queen of Wands. I pull this one a lot for myself, and I have a black cat as well. So I love that card, Queen of Wands. Temperance, that's a very balancing kind of card. Very balancing. Ooh, and the Ten of Cups. Wow, very positive tarot cards. Okay, I do see a lot of yellow there, so maybe some self-esteem work is going on. Okay, and then for your angels, we have Child. That's a very orange card. And reward yourself. So I'm definitely getting like those three, like sacral, navel, and heart chakra with the orange, the yellow, and the pink. Okay, and let's see what your mystical moment is. The Observer. Okay. Get almost some root chakra maybe from that originally. All right, let's look at your charms, and then we will come back to the cards. So for Group 1, what charms are going to be helpful to let us know what they need to balance right now, what they need to focus on this Libra new moon? see, so 5, right away, 5 is the 5 senses, living in the moment and experiencing as much as possible. And we do have yellow, confirming all the yellow in your tarot cards. And it's right in the center too. So I think like self-esteem and your self-confidence is something that you've been focusing a lot on. But I think with all your upright tarot cards with the yellow in them, I think it's been going really well. So I hope that's true. That's very positive, group 1. And along with self-confidence comes, getting to experience more things and just kind of being able to enjoy the moment, maybe more so than you were able to before. And who do we have? All right, that's pink. We've got a couple pinks, and you did have one pink card over here, that reward yourself upside down. So don't forget about your heart as you're working on your self-confidence. And take this as a confirmation of what I just said as well. Don't forget about your heart. Your heart is here as well. So make sure that as you're letting your self-confidence grow, you're not forgetting to take care of your emotions and, protect your heart in all of this. Got our windmill pin up there. So, and I think this is a good sign of, like, maybe there are things that were getting in the way of your self-confidence before, but you've just been letting them kind of blow through now. You've been letting them take their course, and you realize you can't control everything, and that's beautiful. And I think the colors this is sodalite, which is, I believe it's a third eye stone, even though it looks a little bit blue. It's like a dark blue. So it kind of reminds me of throat chakra and communicating too. So, and this is blue as well. So with that kind of letting things go, maybe you haven't been saying as much, like when it's not going to be helpful, and just using your intuition in terms of like how you're expressing yourself and to which people. That's always an interesting thing to balance, I think. Like, depending on who you're talking to, you kind of have to maybe watch what you say in some ways. And with the simple flower, I always just think of hope when I see flowers. So I think you're going in a really good direction. And it's a gold flower too. Goes nicely with that yellow. I think everything's kind of moving positively for you in the realm of self-esteem. And just don't forget about your heart. And with the teapot, I think of like pouring your love and care onto others or whoever might need it. But you have this reward yourself card upside down. So don't forget to give yourself some of this love as well. Pouring it onto others, I think, is a good thing. And especially if you're feeling more confident, you're feeling like that's what you want to do, then that's great. Just don't forget, about yourself. And that actually, the teapot also goes really nicely with this temperance card, because she's just kind of transferring the water from cup to cup, keeping it balanced. So make sure that you're doing that as you're pouring as well. Make sure you're kind of keeping it balanced. You pour onto other people, but you also pour onto yourself. And I think that's what that reward yourself card is saying as well. So for the observer upside down, let's look at her. So, and she has these coming out of her hair that remind me of that you make a wish and you blow dandelions. So I think she has wished for something and she's just kind of watching to see if it's going to happen. Got a moon up there. So, and it was in reverse. So I think that you don't have to be just an observer anymore. maybe you did feel like an observer for a long time and you were just kind of watching and waiting to see what was going to happen, but now it's turned around and it's like, you know what, I don't have to just be on the side observing anymore. Oh, hello, kitty. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. My black cat would like to participate, but I don't think he's gonna actually jump up on the table, so all right. Maybe one of these days I'll do this on the floor so we can let the cats participate if you want. Sometimes they point out cards to me. It's very interesting. But you don't have to just be on the sidelines anymore. You can be out there making things happen. So that is awesome. So, and then reward yourself. Like I already said, don't forget just to be treating yourself well as you are spreading this love to other people. Reward yourself. It's a very nice, peaceful card. Feels good to, I think sometimes we can get so lost in all the things that we're doing for other people, and it does feel good to do things for other people. And then it also can feel really good after you've done a lot to be like, wait, now I know that I deserve rewards as well. I can treat myself and it will be good. And this child card, so relating to your sacral chakra, so this could mean, because of the orange, that's why I'm thinking sacral chakra. So something with your sensuality might be sort of awakening or coming into balance. This is a nice upright card. And when I see child, like you could have some children in your life, maybe that you're caring for. Maybe that's where, you know, your newfound confidence and your love has been pouring. Maybe you're going to be having a child, or maybe this is about your inner child, which is always what it's about for me when I see this card. Sometimes your inner child needs just some attention and care, and I think that you know that. This is an upright card, so I think you know that your inner child needs love, and I think you've been doing a good job taking care of that, and or taking care of maybe some other children that are in your life. So I think this just goes along very nicely. I think all of your yellow up here is sort of trickling down and making your sacral chakra happy as well, and it's trickling up to make your heart chakra happy too, but you just need to, I think you need to be a little more aware of your own heart in terms of that. So, and then, yeah, all of these, the yellow is just and I know Temperance is a major arcana, but she does have the cups. So I feel like your emotions are in a good place. And especially with that 10 of cups, you know, look how happy. There's a couple, there's some kids, like they're just so happy. And 10, I think of new beginnings in emotions. So maybe this is a newfound happiness in terms of where you're at with family or with relationships or just with yourself, you know, with your emotions. That is wonderful. And you've gotten there by keeping things in balance. So I think maybe for you, this new moon in Libra, you're like, what do I need to balance? Well, I've been doing a really good job at that. I think that's where you are. You have been doing a really good job at balancing. So I think this is a time when you're going to be able to harvest what you've been working on. And the Queen of Wands, I always think of like a deeply passionate person who wants to spread love and is in a place of peace about it. So, yeah, I think you're very passionate, and I think that goes along with this a little bit too, taking care of your inner child and making sure you have that sort of balanced passion to spread out into the world. So yeah, that is just gorgeous, group one. So I'm thinking you guys are enjoying this new moon in Libra. I think it's a really good time for you, a very positive time. And if it's not, maybe that's where it's headed. Maybe this was some positive, maybe you feel like you've been heading to a place like that, and this was just some positive confirmation that that is what's coming. So that would be good too. All right, we're going to move on to group 2. So group 2, if you picked this jasper, some kind of jasper that I don't remember what it is, sorry. Let's see what the cards have to say for you this new moon in Libra. Queen of Swords, okay. Page of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I feel like group 2 got the 9 of Cups last time, but it was in reverse and now it's upright. That's interesting. Okay. Opportunity to forgive. I am seeing a lot of blue. Blue, 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 blue. So maybe some throat chakra communicating. What else do the angels say? What do you desire? That one gives me very heart chakra feelings. Okay, and the perfect key as your oracle of mystical moments, the perfect key upside down. So you have, I'm feeling like, because there's quite a bit of yellow too, and with her yellow shirt. So I think we're coming up from like navel chakra, confidence, through heart chakra, and then communicating with your throat chakra is something that maybe is needing to be balanced, or maybe you have already been balancing it. Let's see what your charms have to say, if we can get some more information. So for group 2, what charms are going to be helpful in telling us more about what they're balancing right now for this new moon in Libra? Okay. So I do see, and this, it's hard to tell with these marbles what color they are. That could be, it almost looks blue, and you do have this blue windmill, so I do feel like communication is something that is a focus, and the blue right in the center too especially. So maybe, and like with the windmill in terms of communication for you, maybe you sometimes say things without thinking, and that's something that you've been working on. Like maybe you just kind of blurt stuff out and you've been working on it. And I do think that with the Queen of Swords over here, you are becoming, like, that makes me think of you're the queen of your thoughts. Like you're becoming in control of, you know, which thoughts are going to be productive and which ones aren't, and which thoughts are going to help you, you know, say what you mean to say, and not just things that you're letting blow through and fly out of your mouth. So, and I do see we've got heart over here. We don't have any, we do have this like pink flower that's heart colors. So, and along with your heart, so this what do you desire card upside down is what is relating to your heart the most, I think. So maybe you've just been confused about what you really desire for your heart, for your emotions, for your relationships. And this is saying, so we have this heart, and then we do have the sun. This is a sun charm right below it. So I think you have a lot of passion, and we have a key right here. So you have a lot of passion and you hold the key to what you want. It's just a matter of being able to identify what it is that you want. And we have a flower, and it's a very nice open flower. It makes me think there's a lot of space for hope in this area. So the communication thing, I think, is maybe just on the surface. And then what's really going on is more with your heart and what you desire, like you're trying to figure out what exactly it is that you want. And there's lots of hope with it, and you have the key to it. It's just a matter of figuring it out. And I think this fall season, is going to be a good time for you to figure it out, because with these two charms right here, with these two, the leaf and this flower, which has a lot of red stones in it, I think that you like fall. You tend to feel grounded in fall. And if you do, I'm totally the same way. I love fall. So I think this is going to be a good time for you to kind of get down into like the depths of what you're wanting. And we also have this gold stone, this sparkly orange up there for sacral chakra. So, and that kind of goes along with the sun a little bit for me. Like that represents your sensuality, your creativity, goes along with your passion pretty well. And then the only other thing we haven't mentioned is this white button. And so I think, like, to me, that means you have some sort of assistance through the crown chakra in balancing these things. I think you are spiritual and you're able to feel connected to spirit or to your angels or to just a higher power that I think is helping you through this. So you have a good source of energy sort of coming from the top that's going to help sort of work that stuff out. Okay. So, and I like that we have the key and the perfect key upside down. I think since this is upside down, maybe you have been feeling like I don't think you realized maybe that you do have the key and that you can decide what it is that you want and what it is that you want to focus on, what you want to do with your life, what you want to manifest into your life. You do have the key. You just haven't maybe fully consciously realized it yet, but you definitely have it. Like this key even looks like that key. It's so perfect. So you do have it. It showed up in your charms, and this is just here to remind you that you do have that key. Okay, so, and your heart in there too. So you have the key to your desires. So same thing I was saying, what do you desire upside down? I think it's been hard to maybe figure out, or it's been hard to be clear about it with yourself. I struggle with this too. You know, it's a hard question. What do you really want? And I think, yeah, fall is going to be a good time for you to sort of dig into this and figure out what do you desire so that you can be confident about what you want and what you're going to use your key for. Okay. And opportunity to forgive. So I think, so these two were heart chakra for me. This is definitely a communication card, but it also has a lot of purple in it. So it might be throat and third eye chakra for this. There might be something that has shown up in your life that is not what you want it to be, or it's not satisfying in some way, and you're maybe not understanding why it's there. But it's there because it's an opportunity to forgive. And sometimes that is what can block. I just learned this actually. That's why I made this video, because I was learning things about more about my chakras and what might be out of balance. And for not forgiving fully is something that can block your third eye chakra. So an opportunity to forgive. So pay attention. Look for something in your life that is an opportunity to fully forgive and maybe release an old situation, or it doesn't have to be an old situation, but it could be a new situation that just needs to be forgiven, and you need to communicate that, is what that blue is telling me too. You need to communicate that forgiveness. Sometimes we can't communicate it actually, like sometimes you can't actually reach the people that you need to forgive. And in that sense, I like to just try to communicate it spiritually, you know, send them love and light, send them, like, in your mind, visualize yourself saying to them that you forgive them. And I think that would just be good for your upper chakras. I think it might be easier for you to focus on like this heart chakra stuff right now, what you desire, but this is important as well. And then we've got 3 elements here. All we're missing is fire. All we're missing is wands and fire, and I think that's because that's kind of what you're trying to figure out, like where your fire is. But Queen of Swords, like I said, you're becoming the master of your thoughts. I think you're coming to sort of a new stage in terms of what you're thinking about, and you're becoming the queen of your thoughts. That's just the phrase that is coming to me with that card. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you might not feel, maybe you haven't felt super connected to, maybe you haven't felt grounded lately. You haven't felt super connected to the earth or to, you know, your money, your wealth, and things like that in the ways that you've wanted. And maybe that's because you just don't know what you want. So I think that's what this one is saying too. Like, if you haven't been able to figure out what you are really wanting, that's why that's in reverse. And so hopefully you can turn that around. When you do figure out what you want, you can sort of have this kind of peaceful, like, yep, this is what I want, and I'm going to be content with this. And also, I mean, in terms of figuring out what you want, we also have to be content with what we have to a point too, right? We have to appreciate what we already have. So make sure that you're appreciating what you already have as well. And I think that's something that this guy, like, he appreciates everything, like how far he's come emotionally with this 9 of Cups. He is satisfied with like the amount that he has given to other people. He is ready to, I think he's ready to receive more emotionally. He's ready to like receive love in ways that maybe he hasn't before. So, and I think these things are going to lead there for sure. So, awesome, group 2. I hope it's true that you love fall. So I hope this is a happy time for you with this new moon in Libra. All right. Okay, so I'm going to move on to group 3. So group 3, if you picked this, which is also, I'm pretty sure, some kind of jasper. I'm sorry, I don't remember for sure what kind. Let's see what the tarot cards and angel cards and mystical moments cards said for you, group 3, for this new moon in Libra. 9 of Wands, the Fool, the Star in reverse. Okay, see a lot of yellow there, maybe something going on with your confidence. Joy. Okay, good. Be honest with yourself. Okay, got like heart and third eye colors popping out to me there. All right, and the Oracle of Mystical Moments, you have the Sea Witch, which is very green. You have a lot of different chakras represented with those colors. Let's see what the charms have to say and get some more information. So for group 3, what is going to help us understand what they need balancing right now for this Libra new moon? Okay. So 3 is joy and happiness. So I like that you have the joy card over there, and we got the 3, joy and happiness, over here. And since we're asking what needs balancing, we might say that's something that needs balancing, although your joy card is upright. So I feel like you've been doing a good job at balancing, just your positive state of mind. We definitely have, so this is, it's hard to tell what color that is. It almost looks clear, which would be good, like some crown chakra up there. And then these 2 are orange, sacral chakra. Got a black button, root chakra. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pin down blue button, throat chakra. And you have purple over here, you have yellow. I think there just might be a lot going on with you, group 3. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pinpoint like a certain area. But ooh, look, you have 2 elements here. So let's see what these are. We have lithium with the lightning bolt, and that says take charge. Okay. And then we have carbon, that beautiful, beautiful crystal. And that says diamond in the making. Yeah. And how are diamonds made? With a lot of pressure, right? So I think you guys might have a lot going on right now, but it's ultimately leading you to a beautiful place, is what I'm seeing with that carbon. I'm not sure if maybe you're not happy with where you're living right now. We have this Monopoly house upside down, and it is blue too, along with this blue button. So maybe you're trying to kind of hold together your communication about not being satisfied with where you live. Maybe you're not able to say it. Maybe whatever situation you're in, you're not able to say that you're not satisfied with where you're living. So that could be one of the things that's going on. And oh yeah, we have this citrine, which confirms the self-esteem, the yellow that I was seeing in these tarot cards. So something with self-confidence is going on, and I'm not sure, like there's nothing negative around this. There's this black button, so maybe your self-confidence just needs to be grounded a little bit, or it maybe just feels a little out of whack and it just needs like some love. So these are both, I worked at Applebee's when I was in college, so this is a serving pin. So this makes me think of service to others. So, and I mean, the way that it is, like you've almost been doing too good a job serving others, is what it says to me, because you're like giving them things on this platter. Like you are laying it out for them so beautifully, and I'm not sure if they appreciate it or not. So, and we also have, this is another one, it has an apple in the middle of it, but it's the United States. So, and with that house, maybe there's somewhere else that you want to go, or it could be, I mean, this obviously could be a representation of like you're patriotic in some way, or you would like to be patriotic in some way, like doing things, serving your country is what just came to me. So I don't know if we might have anything involving like the military. That would be, I mean, that would be a lot going on. That would be a lot of pressure for sure. What was this one? Take charge. Yeah. So this could be, yeah, that could be something with the military. Or if it's not, then it could just be about service, and it could be about patriotism in some way, or kind of service relating to like where you're living. And the fact that like these orange are on top here, like I'm feeling like maybe you need to get creative in some way. And I did not see really any orange over there in your cards. So this is probably the only representation of sacral chakra. But I do feel like it's saying maybe you need to get creative in some way to kind of maneuver your way through everything that's happening right now. And if this looks clear to me. So you have some nice light coming in from the top. And there was a similar thing in group 2. There you had a white button. So I think you have some nice like angelic or, whatever you might believe in, like a higher power. You have some sort of good assistance coming to you from the crown that is going to sort of help you maneuver through this. And there's definitely, I think you're feeling like you have to take charge. You have to hold a lot together, like in terms of your, root chakra, your safety. But a diamond in the making. Like, this is everything that's going on. It's a diamond in the making. So I think that things might be a little bit challenging right now. They might be hard right now. But this diamond in the making almost gives, that's like, it's more than hope. That's like I don't know the word that I'm looking for there, but that diamond is just so beautiful. So the sea witch, and actually, like, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on there with the sea witch. So we're going to look at the book here. 52, 7, because 5 plus 2 is 7. 52 is a number of truth and knowledge. So it might have something to do with that. Innocence, joy of play, wonder. Okay, so you have that with the joy card. And she has a windmill that propels her forward. A wide-eyed fish is her local companion on her ocean journeys. She's young and uses the magic of childlike thinking to dance in the waves, marveling at the wonder of life. So I think that whatever this situation is, that this card and the joy card, are saying that you need to bring some joy into the situation. And there's something, so be honest with yourself in reverse. There's something that you haven't been being honest with yourself about, is what this card is saying to me. And it's affecting your intuition. So I'm not sure exactly what that might be, but there is something that needs to come to light, and I think it's going to help sort of illuminate everything else. So be honest with yourself. See if you can figure out what this is. Like, this card is really, like, it's sort of heavy, even though it represents the third eye chakra. This card is pulling me more than most of what's around it. Like, it's the energy of it is like, if you can turn this around, if you can be honest with yourself about everything, about where you are, about what's going on, about what you need to do, then I think that would help you to be creative. I think that would help, the situation to feel more reasonable, or like there isn't as much pressure, if you can be honest with yourself about what's going on and just kind of stay in this joyful place as much as possible. I feel like you don't have that much time to play right now, is kind of the message I'm getting, but whenever you have a chance, feel joyful and be honest with yourself. So circling all the way back to your tarot cards, I think you have felt, and this card came up last week too. I can't remember if it was group 3 or not. But you have felt pretty guarded in a lot of ways, because this guy, he's like ready for battle. He's got his like fences up there. This is the 9 of Wands, and 9 is a number of like service and giving back to others. But sometimes I think like if you've given so much of your passion and fire away, you can feel like you need to protect what's left of it. And so that's kind of the starting point where some of this might be stemming from. But then we have the Fool, which is more than, I mean, you think of 1 as new beginnings, this is like 0 before new beginnings. So you might be sort of in the unknown here in some ways, but you're ready for it. I mean, this Fool is upright. He's like, I am going into the possible abyss here, and you know, I have what I need. I'm joyful about it. It's gonna be okay. So I think maybe overall, like, your faith needs balanced, like in terms of, because I'm a big believer in whatever is meant to happen will happen. So with the Fool and the Star in reverse, like, I think this is where you would like to be, but sometimes you don't feel as hopeful about it as you would like to. I think you need to make sure that you have faith in where all this is taking you, because I think definitely it is taking you somewhere amazing. And it might be a while before it gets to that amazing place, but it is taking you there. And I think, yeah, sometimes you might just feel like hopeless, helpless. And maybe that is also related to, maybe it's just that you're not being honest with yourself about something. Maybe healing this, balancing this would help turn this around. And sorry, that's a little bit of an inappropriate card depending on who might be watching this. But the Star just represents hope, you know, and there's a lot of water, a lot of emotions there, but with a star, I think of fire. So she kind of has like this balance between fire and water, between passion and like deep emotions. And I think you might just be a little bit stuck with, I mean, everything that's going on. Like, you might just feel a little bit stuck sometimes, and it's okay. I think if you allow yourself to feel how you're feeling and see if you can move through it, see if you can, you know, bring up anything that you might have been hiding from yourself, because, I mean, that's a very self-preservational thing to do, is to kind of hide some truth from yourself. So if you can sort of uncover that, and you know, it might not be that pleasant at first as it comes up, but then I think you'll be able to release it and you'll be able to find that hope again. So yeah, interesting times for you right now, Group 3, but I think that it is heading in a positive direction. You might just have a little bit of work to do to get it to that place. But hopefully there are things present that are still bringing you joy and helping to keep you in a good mindset and in a good place in your heart through all of this. So I hope you have a good new moon today in Libra, and I hope that this next cycle is positive for you and you're able to sort of bring these things into balance as the moon waxes. So thank you very much, and I hope you all have a beautiful day.